My name's Ken Hall, and I'm the president of PowerQuip.
My name is Dy Cheney, and I'm the inside sales manager and controller here at PowerQuip.
We are a manufacturer's representative. We started originally just specifically focused on the power generation industry, and now we're actually serving mining, refining, heavy industrial, and now we're starting to do even a lot of lighter industrial. Our customer base, if we're going to continue to grow our business, has expanded significantly by adding manufacturers that actually have products and services for industrial accounts, for other customers that are non-traditional. So one of our challenges is trying to find and identify all of those customers that we really can support.
I think the main thing was that we've just had so much growth in the last 2-3 years that we know where we're going. In a sense, we know what we want out of these businesses that we have purchased and how we've expanded, but at the same time, we didn't have a real plan in place for that.
You know, when we decided to go with Cogent, it really forced us to sit down and take a hard look at our business and what we really wanted to do, and really start to put programs and processes in place that will ensure that we're going to be successful going forward. To me, it was a pretty intense discovery process. You know, it was 2 or 3 days of really scrutinizing and really doing a lot of self-evaluation about your business and really helping us try to understand things that we need to improve on and things that we need to work on.
With Brian coming in, he basically said, this is what you need. You need to have sales goals. You need to have things written down, and you need to be prepared to say, this is where I'm going to be, and you need to be able to reach those milestones, have actual trackable milestones. So that was really beneficial to hear that, you know, and it just opened our eyes to know that we need to make some changes.
He had our best interests at heart, and I felt like he wasn't coming in. Within the first 2 or 3 hours, I could tell by the questions that he was asking me was that he was trying to set things up and build things that matched exactly what we needed. I really felt like he took time to understand what our real concerns were, and then he took from all of his experience and said, okay, here's the type of things, if this is what you want, here's what I'm suggesting. It was significantly different than what I thought it was going to be, as far as how custom it was to us and how it was more, let's prioritize the things that you need to do, what you think are most important, and let's try to sit down and determine what we can get done and how quickly we can get it done.
We have inventory tracking, some new things that we've never done before, and operationally we're not using the best practices. You know, with Larry and Brian, both have come in here and helped with setting up different ways that we can do those and track, and to make our processes better and more correct, you know, more accurate.
We've got several initiatives. One of the others, we've been talking for years about getting our policy book out for our employees, and we got that done.
To me, that was huge, because the handbook, every company should have that. And here we were extremely lacking on that for years. So to have that off my plate was a huge relief.
Some of the other initiatives that were huge for us was Larry, he went up to our Minnesota Lindbergh facility for a week, and he also went out to Elko, Nevada for a week, and he helped work with Daisy and Amy in our office to actually come up with ways to actually job costing and see what our true costs are for doing these projects, and where we think we're making a profit that's 20%. In reality, if you take all the costs in and identify all of those, break them all down. And we put together actual great worksheets and processes in place for workflow. But I feel 100 times better than I did 3 months or 4 months ago on where we're at with Elko and where we're at with Lindbergh, because of some of the processes we got in place that Larry went out and helped us get in place.
I feel that you came in and you are making us be more proactive versus reactive, and then should hopefully put a stop to our procrastination is the main thing I see that will help this company.
And Cogent really helped us with looking at our 3-month cash flow, looking at when you're making investments in equipment and capital and things like that. You know, don't just do it by gut feel or what your bank account balance is, but you need to take a more analytical approach and a more business approach. And the only reason they're doing that is so that we don't ever do things that probably aren't in the best interest of our customers by spending a bunch of money on something that we're not going to use. So that was another thing that it changed kind of my way of thinking that I think will really benefit us going forward long term and in the future.
We now have a purpose. We now can see where we need to be. I definitely would recommend Cogent to other businesses.